Hey folks, Coach Josh Wood here. Today we're going to use my fantastic pair of Lem's Boulder Summit boots, and we're going to look at a surgeon's knot lacing. So surgeon's knot is just a way of making sure that the lace doesn't move from where you put it. So I've already gone through and I've created gap lacing here. You can see I have a gap in the lacing. We'll say I have a high arch. I don't, but we'll say I have a high arch for this and I want to relieve pressure there. But if I continue as normal and lace up to the top of my boot, as soon as I cinch up top, it's going to pull that area tight. But what I want to do is make sure that these laces don't then pull all this tight down here because I'm trying to relieve pressure. So surgeon's knot allows us to do that. And the surgeon's knot is super easy. You know how like when we tie a bow in our laces, we start off doing that little crisscross there. Surgeon's knot is just doing another pass under. And then that creates a lot of tension and friction that holds the lace here. So it won't tighten beyond that. You can only pull it so far. And then you just continue lacing as per normal. So once we've got our boots mostly laced up here, I'll do one more. Do one more just for a good example. Okay, so you'll see I'll be able to pull it tight here, and the top is cinching, but there's no extra tension being pulled through here. So I can cinch my cuff up as tight as I want and still leave lots of open space and very little pressure through here. The surgeon's knot here stops the laces from pulling beyond this area. And we'll use that with a lot of different lacing styles, whether it's gap lacing or whether we've got a heel lock. The heel lock kind of does the same thing, but we might use gap lacing, surgeon's knot, heel lock, and then a tight cuff. Or we might use a surgeon's knot at the bottom to keep the bottom of the foot tight when we'd want to keep the cuff around the ankle looser. So we'll play around with that. I'll do a video on sort of using all the systems, but this here, the surgeon's knot, and I often use them at the top of my boots as well. 2 passes under, boom, and that's going to get that nice and tight, and then you can just do your normal bow or whatever you like as per normal, and it's going to work very similar to a double knot in that you're not going to get that opening, you're not going to get that slipping like you would otherwise. So surgeon's knot, a very handy knot used in a lot of different lacing systems.